Hey everybody, this is Caitlin and you are watching Zombie Eats Books. So I'm going to talk about some books that I have finished since the last time I filmed, and then I will also talk about some books that I just recently started reading. So first I finished The Strain by Guillermo del Toro and Chuck Hogan. This is the first in the trilogy. I watched the series on TV, the first season, before I started this book, and I think that sort of took away a lot of the suspense of the book for me. Either that or it was the writing, and I just can't distinguish between the two because I've already watched the first season. But apart from that, I really did enjoy it. There were a lot of differences between the TV show and the series, so that was very helpful. If you are expecting this to be a vampire novel where the vampires are beautiful or seductive or they, shine glitter in the sunlight, that kind of crap, it's not that kind of novel. It's a truly horrific sort of vampire, and the way that they're meant to be written, in my opinion. And also, it's actually pretty unique the way that they're written here because it's more of a parasitic sort of vampire. And yeah, just their features and their backstory is different from other vampire novels that I've read. So I really recommend this if you're looking for something unusual, and it's really fast-paced and fun. Just a fun book, not lyrical or amazing writing or anything like that, but just a fun, fast-paced book. So my toddler just woke up, but I'm gonna continue to try to film, so we'll see what happens. The next book that I finished was Indiana by George Sand. George Sand is a pseudonym for Amantine Aurore Lucille Dubin. I probably butchered that. But it is translated from the French by Sylvia Raphael, and it takes place in the 1830s. So this was a fantastic book. This author does a great job of getting inside the heads of the characters and showing you their motives, their feelings, the depth of their feelings, or how shallow they are. And I absolutely love the despicable ones. One despicable character in particular was the man that sets out to seduce Indiana. She is a very young girl, very innocent, and she's married to a much older man. And another reason why that's important, her being in this unhappy relationship, I think, is because the author was trying to show how strict gender roles and strict and different rules for behavior in terms of like men and women's behavior, what men can get away with, what women can't get away with, really stirs the pot and makes it very easy to be in unhappy living situations, unhappy marriages. It's easy for a woman to be ruined in this society, not so easy for a man. And it was really, really good. I thoroughly enjoyed this. So if you are looking for a book that makes you think and makes you think about the way that society is set up in the 1800s in France, and then also gives you really despicable characters to be amused by or frustrated by, then I would highly recommend reading this. The next thing that I read was a graphic novel. This is volume 1 of Lock and Key. It is by Joe Hill, which is Stephen King's son, and then the art is by Gabriel Rodriguez. So this was really good. I'm not going to talk about the plot. I don't really like talking about plots when I talk about books anyways. I just like talking about what I thought about them. But this is about a house and some keys and some doors within that house and what happens when you use those keys on those doors. Basically, it's a really well told story, and I can't wait for the second volume. And that's really all I'm gonna say. I will show you a little bit of the art if it's not too spoilery. Let's find something. Yeah, there we go. I really enjoyed the art as well as the story. And now I will talk about the books that I just currently started reading, or I started reading a while ago and haven't finished yet. speaking of, that would be Fates and Furies by Lauren Groff. It's not that this book is not good, it is really good. It's really well written. And I think actually oh, my bookmark's gone. I wonder if my toddler did that. Anyways, this is really well written, and I'm halfway into it, and I think that was like 1 or 2 sittings. So it's definitely compelling writing. I just haven't gotten around to finishing yet because I was reading other things first. So I'll talk more about this when I finish it. So the next 3 books are books that I just started as recently as yesterday. Such Small Hands by Andres Barba. This is translated by Lisa Dillman from Spanish, I think. And yeah, I've read translations by Lisa Dillman before and really enjoyed them. I'm really looking forward to this. I hear it's supposed to be pretty creepy. It's about a young girl in an orphanage, I think, and that's all I really know about it at this point. So I'll let you know my thoughts when I'm finished. I also started a collection of poetry called Give Me a God I Can Relate To by Blythe Bard. And this is a feminist collection of poetry. It seems to mainly revolve around how women think of their bodies and eating disorders and things like that. And it has this on the back that says, "We are the girls taught to survive by using our bodies as Swiss Army knives." Love that. So I'm enjoying this so far. We'll see what I think by the end. So last but not least, I am also reading Hilde by Nicola Griffith. This takes place in 7th century England, and it is about St. Hilda of Whitby. And so far, I'm really enjoying it. Not very far in this one at all, actually, but I like the writing. I've never read this author before. I'm looking forward to being drawn into this time period and everything that's going on politically. I think it's mainly about how unusual Hilde was as a person, as a woman in her time, and how precarious her position of power was with the king. She was the king's seer. So we'll see. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know if you've read any of these books and what you thought about them, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.